Imagine having a hidden power, the ability to understand anyone's mind, their emotions, their thoughts, even their decisions, all influenced by you. Whether it's your boss, your best friend, a complete stranger, or even your crush, you could silently guide the way they think and react. And no, this isn't magic. This is psychology, real psychology. The same psychological techniques used by powerful leaders, influencers, manipulators, and high-level communicators to influence people without them noticing. But before we begin, one warning. This video is only meant for educational purposes. Don't misuse these techniques, because once you understand human psychology at this level, you'll never look at people the same way again. Trick number 5, the reverse trap. Human beings naturally become curious about the things they're told to avoid. It's basic psychology. And once you understand this principle, you can influence people without directly forcing them. Think about it. If someone tells you, "Don't look behind you," your brain instantly wants to do exactly that. The same thing happens online. The moment someone says, "Don't click this video," curiosity takes over, and people click anyway. That's the reverse trap, a psychological technique where you never directly ask someone to do something, but they still end up doing exactly what you wanted. For example, imagine you want your friend to help you with something. If you directly say, "Can you do this for me?" there's a chance they'll ignore it or make excuses. But instead, if you say, "Forget it, it's probably too difficult for you anyway," now their ego gets activated. Suddenly they want to prove themselves. "What do you mean I can't do it? Of course I can." That's the power of reverse psychology. You never forced them. You simply triggered their mind. And the craziest part? Most people never even realize they were influenced. Master this impulse, and you start understanding how influence really works. Trick number 4, master of choice. Most people believe they make their own decisions freely. But in reality, people only choose from the options placed in front of them. The real power belongs to the person who designs the choices, because influence isn't about forcing people, it's about controlling the frame of the decision. Here's an example. Imagine you want your friend to go out with you. If you ask, "Do you want to go out?" they might simply say no. But if you ask, "Should we go to Pizza Hut or Domino's?" now the situation changes completely. They feel like they're making a choice, but both options lead to the same result. They're going out with you. That's what becoming the master of choice means. And this is exactly what politicians, brands, and marketers use every single day. Buy one, get one free. Buy two and save 50%. You think you made the smart choice, but either way, you still ended up buying something. Remember this, people don't always want unlimited freedom. They want controlled freedom, where their ego still feels in control. Control the options, and you control the outcome. Trick number 3, the guilt trap. Guilt is one of the strongest emotional triggers in human psychology. People resist pressure, but guilt makes people surrender on their own. Imagine your friend keeps canceling plans with you again and again. If you directly complain, saying, "You never make time for me," they may pull away even more. But instead, if you calmly say, "It's okay, maybe if I mattered more, you would have made time," now guilt starts building inside them. Suddenly, they feel responsible for hurting your feelings. And now they're the ones trying to reconnect, explain themselves, and apologize. That's the real power of the guilt trap. You didn't force anything. You simply reflected their behavior back at them emotionally, and they changed themselves. Trick number 2, emotional hijack. Most people think humans make decisions logically, but psychology says otherwise. People make decisions emotionally first and justify them logically later. And the moment someone controls their emotions, they begin controlling their mind. That's emotional hijacking, a psychological state where emotions like fear, anger, love, guilt, or excitement completely take over rational thinking. Think about political speeches. Politicians rarely rely only on facts. Instead, they create emotional reactions: fear, pride, anger, hope. And once people emotionally connect, their decisions start changing automatically. That's emotional influence at its highest level. In emotional moments, people often make decisions they regret later, but by then, the damage is already done. So if you truly want to influence someone's thinking, first learn
how emotions work. Because people may forget your words, but they never forget how you made them feel. And finally, Trick number 1, the power of silence. Psychology says silence is one of the most powerful forms of communication. But why? Think about this. Maybe you've experienced it yourself. You make a mistake. Your mom gets angry, shouts, and scolds you loudly. But when your dad finds out, he says nothing. Just one silent stare. And suddenly the entire atmosphere changes. That silence feels heavier than words. Because when someone stays silent, your brain starts filling the silence with fear, guilt, and overthinking. Most people believe power belongs to the loudest person in the room. But real power belongs to the person who stays calm, observes carefully, and speaks less. Silence creates pressure. Silence creates discomfort. Silence creates control. Imagine you want someone to confess the truth. Don't yell. Don't pressure them. Just calmly say, "I already know everything." Then stay silent. The longer you stay quiet, the more their anxiety grows. Until eventually, they confess on their own. Or during an argument, instead of shouting, simply maintain eye contact and smile slightly. Suddenly the other person begins doubting their own words. That's the hidden power of silence. It makes your presence feel stronger without saying much at all. So when everyone else is trying to prove themselves, stay calm. Observe more. Speak less. And if you learn how to use these psychological techniques correctly, you can deeply influence the people around you. And if this video taught you something valuable, helped you understand human behavior better, or changed the way you think, then subscribe to the channel for more powerful videos like this. And now, it's your turn to take action. Using these same psychological principles, you can challenge yourself for the next 7 days and build a stronger, more confident version of yourself. I've explained the full roadmap in the video on your screen right now. Click it. Watch it. And I'll see you there.